The Fantastic Four, a movie that is limping to $500 million. I don't even know if it's going to hit $6. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say it's not going to hit $600 million. This movie has no legs. Week to week, it gets worse and worse and worse. This movie is going to limp to the finish line. And while there's not a big release this weekend, you still have that Conjuring movie coming out pretty soon. Caught Stealing is the big one this week, which is probably going to push or keep Fantastic Four at 4, maybe push it to 5. But they don't even talk about it anymore. They don't even talk about it for the top 4. This is from Box Office Pro. And I think Disney has realized that the movie is toast. They're sending it to digital quickly. Now, they're a little bit smarter about it than Warner Brothers does. They're trying to actually churn out as many dollars as they can to the theater. This doesn't come to digital until September 27th. So you will be able to purchase Fantastic Four First Steps next month. That's a pretty quick digital release. I don't remember how long it took them to put Thunderbolts on digital or Captain America, but yeah, look at this movie. As of Tuesday, it was at $491 million. Almost, let's go ahead and say 492 because we round up a little bit. This movie will probably hit $500 million this weekend, maybe. It'll probably bring in about $8 million, $7 million total this coming weekend. And then it's going to get worse. There's no way it hits $600 million. I just don't see it hitting $600 million, especially as more and more movies come out. This thing is going to lose more and more screens at theaters. It's done. That's just why they're trying to get it out to digital a little quicker. They're just not going as fast as Warner Brothers. But hey, superhero fatigue is set in, but don't blame the stars. It's not the stars who are to blame. Sure. Pedro Pascal has repeatedly told over half the country to fuck off, all kinds of stuff, but sure. Yeah, I'm sure he has no effect. I'm sure Pedro Pascal fatigue had no effect on this movie. I don't think he's as big as a draw as the media likes to push him to be. In fact, I think a lot of people are sick of him. But you can't totally blame him for this. There's a lot of factors onto why Fantastic Four is a failure. There's many factors on that. A lot of it has to do with Marvel just making a decade of complete shit. I mean, everything, just about everything after Endgame was dog shit. Other than Brand New Day, or not Brand New Day, No Way Home. That was a good one. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was good. There's like one other thing. I guess it's not that great if I can't, if it's not memorable. Some people, I guess, would say Loki. I'm not a big fan of that Loki show. But, yeah, most of the shit since the end of the good MCU has been shit. You know, they thought they were going to be able to capture that black magic or that Black Panther magic. They thought they could capture that. Eternals, they thought that was going to be a massive hit. They were going to make a roller coaster, all kinds of shit we found out. Yeah, they were going to totally go all in, and they did go all in on a lot of that diversity stuff, and it just did not work out very well for them. But hey, don't worry. Marvel Zombies is right around the corner. I'm sure that this is going to be what saves them. You can tell this was totally made during the era where they thought that their shit doesn't stink, because all of the characters in this show are all of the shitty characters that nobody gives a shit about. Nobody cares about Riri. Nobody cares about Second Class Hawkeye. Nobody cares about Miss Marvel. Nobody cares about any of these characters, but they lead the team. They lead the team of survivors. Marvel is bringing back Kate Bishop, Kamala Khan, and Ironheart for Marvel Zombies, despite there being no demand for them, which is true. Virtually no demand for them. Nobody wants them. What a stupid idea. They thought that these characters were going to blow up, were going to be huge. They were going to put them in all kinds of merchandise. They're going to make all kinds of money off of these new characters. Nope. Didn't happen. So unless you're a diehard Marvel fan, chances are you don't instantly recognize names like Riri, Kate Bishop, and Kamala Khan. Yeah, nobody knows who the hell. It was such a dumb decision. It was so stupid. Nobody buys their toys. Go to an Ollie's and look at all these figures of these characters that they thought were going to blow up. They're still trying to sell those Eternals figures. You can't even give those away to like a Christmas toy giveaway. You say, how dare you give these toys to these kids? We're trying to give them hope, not depression. So Marvel Zombies has the besties lineup. Yeah. Why wouldn't you? This is so stupid. You have a beautiful story made by Robert Kirkman. Okay, the first time the Marvel Zombies show up, I believe was an Ultimate Fantastic Four. And then they gave them their own spin-off. And that was written by Robert Kirkman. Why you would not just take that and adapt? Hey, we got one of the hottest writers out there. Invincible's a hit. Walking Dead's a hit. Why don't we just take what he did and turn that into an animated series? And one man rises up, cross-eyed, belt a little too tight on that growing waist, and says, I think we should throw that in the garbage and we should make Kamala Khan, Riri Williams, and Kate Bishop the stars. And it was done. The besties are real, and now they lead the show. This is going to fall off a cliff. I have no interest in watching this. It's a shame. You already had it there in your face. Literally. You could have just taken that graphic novel and turned that into the animated series, but instead they decided to do what they do best at Modern Marvel, fuck shit up. So here's another show that nobody is going to be interested in, and it's going to fall off a cliff, and it's just going to dilute the pool. Nobody is going to watch this show. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe it'll be huge. But you're in a time now when zombies have kind of declined. People aren't really interested in them as much. And nobody's interested in these characters. So it's toast. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video, hit that notification bell. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.